Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to East Side Rendezvous.
Hello.
Hello, Mrs. TB. How you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
I hope everyone's doing fine out there tonight. So, East Side Rendezvous. All right. So, anyway, it looks like we've got.
Getting a little bit of echo in the background, are we?
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
So what's going on tonight?
So, hello, everybody. We've got a special guest joining us tonight. We're very excited that he's here. We've only got 5 people watching now, but I trust everybody's going to jump in here in just a couple minutes.
Yes, and I'm so excited because, several months ago you called me over to your computer and you were like, hey, you've got to see this guy. He's so hilarious. So we did, watch it. We just loved his sense of humor.
Yep, and we did love the sense of humor. So everybody, welcome Southside Stackers in the house tonight.
Hello, everyone. What's up?
Hey.
What's up? What's up?
Hey, Southside. How you doing?
Doing all right. Thanks for having me, Mr. and Mrs. TB. Mrs. TB is wonderful speaking to you for the first time.
Well, thank you. We are truly happy that you were able to join us tonight.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah, and I don't know if I've ever told this story before, but Southside was critical to my launching live and stuff on YouTube because I was pretty intimidated, didn't know what to do, and I remember it was a Sunday afternoon. He was having a live stream, and he agreed that after he got off his live stream, that he'd give me a call. Yes, he called me on my cell phone, and he worked me through all the nuts and bolts of launching live stream. Of course, now it's got some experience with it, but I don't know. I launched it an hour and a half early tonight, but anyway. But yeah, Southside, I don't know if you remember that conversation, but you spent probably close to an hour on the phone with me, running me through all the things that I needed to do and how to set up a mod and all that stuff. And I really appreciate you taking the time out that day for me.
That was awesome.
I do remember that. I almost did remember that until you brought it up a little while ago. But yeah, I was like, oh yeah, we did. We hung out for a little bit, did the test stream. It was a cool time. It was really nice.
Yeah, that was really, really cool. And I appreciate you taking the time because, people's time is valuable, and you just don't take it for granted, and help me launch, some of the technology that I'm using today. So I really appreciate that a lot.
Nice. Well, I appreciate you too, man. You've been showing a lot of support to my channel. I remember in the early days, a few months ago, we kind of do like a tit for tat. I would watch like some of your old videos. You would watch some of my old videos, and we would just keep watching each other's old videos. And I thought that was really friendly, really cool of you. Because once you put a video out, the next day it's old.
That is so true, isn't it?
Yeah, and like no one's gonna watch it once your latest video comes out. So the fact that you were going through the archives and I was going through yours, it was really cool. I really appreciated that gesture.
And for those that visit your channel, and I'm not sure how many click on the show more, usually below the description of your video. But I love the way you have your videos organized and how you categorize them. I don't know that anybody else does that. In fact, I have to tell you, at one point I was thinking about copying you, but that's the biggest form of flattery, right?
Yeah, hey, flatter away, man, flatter away.
because short of somebody just looking at all your videos, going, "What do I want to click on next?" You've got it lined up so if you're interested in seeing certain topics, you got quick links to go see them. I think that's just a clever way to bring out the history of your videos, and hopefully it turns into more clicks for you, because that's what I was doing. I was going, hey, I want to check out that whatever.
Yeah, I would encourage everyone to do that. Really, we put anyone who makes one YouTube video, like even if you only made one video on YouTube, you know how much time and energy goes into that video. You might be like cussing at yourself because you messed up something you wanted to say. You know what I mean? Like if someone was to actually take a look at the outtakes of all of our videos, like you would see, like sometimes we're pulling our own hair out trying to get the right word. So,
yeah.
I encourage anyone, if you have videos that you think people should see, but just because it came out a month ago, no one's checking for it, why not put it in the description of your video? Label it, put the short link. It'll look nice and clean on a phone, on a desktop, tablet, and yeah, go ahead.
That's awesome. Hey, do you want to do some shout outs for
let's see who's out here tonight. Go back up the top of the chat a little bit. Rafe was here. He was here pretty early. Stacking Kid, how you doing tonight?
Good to see you. Silver Heist, thanks for joining us today.
Silver Wolverine, Mark Z. Hey, how you doing, Mark? I got your thing in the mail recently, so you should be receiving that soon. Oh, Southside Stacker's here. Hey, Southside. How you doing?
I snuck in there.
Reviews and Currency, Silver Spectrum. How you doing tonight?
Hey, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, Barbara Race. So, yeah, we got a good group out there. Off Grid Power.
Thanks.
How you doing? Appreciate your support.
Spectrum.
Barbara Carbone just joined.
Hey, Barbara. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining us.
Awesome. Well, thanks, everyone.
Yeah. Gonna have a good time tonight. We got a great guest, and you know, a lot of people join Southside on his live streams and the things that he does. So I think we'll be familiar with him, but we're going to try to ask him maybe some questions he doesn't address too often, and try to dig in a little bit more about him himself. But first of all, I'm going to start a little bit on the other side a little bit, but I'm kind of wondering, Southside, why you've taken to the live stream more in your videos. And I know you're still putting out videos, and we notice that, you know, your review type videos, you know, still get quite a bit of views. But you know, back in your days, which wasn't that long ago, of used car salesman and all those things you did, you know, you're kidnapping from the silver mafia. I mean, I'm telling you, dude, that is some great stuff. That is some great. You are very creative, good story writing. I'm just kind of wondering why you got away from that, because we really enjoyed that stuff.
Oh man, you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. I have something I'm working on for someone else on the community. It's going to be a pretty funny video, I hope, anyway. But you know, I think the thing is with for Silver Mafia, for example, the reason that video was made, and I guess to answer your question, the reason why I really haven't, done any more comedic videos is because something inspired me to do it. So when it came to the Silver Mafia video, this is not really a cool story or a good one, really. But at the time, I was making some videos about silver, and I must have pissed off someone, honestly.
Oh, no.
Maybe I was saying something. I think it was like harping off of something Corn must have said. You know how Corn, Corn is. So I started to put out I think 1 or 2 videos just saying, you know, here's the realistic expectations with silver. And someone sent me a message, and just basically, long story short, they didn't seem to like it, and they kind of trolled me a little bit. So what I did was I took the energy of the message they sent me, and I regurgitated it in that video. So the truth is, not a lot of people know, and I never really talk about it. The truth is, the Silver Mafia video was basically a dig at that person.
Oh, yeah.
So at the time when the video came out and people really liked it, it was there was only one person in the world who knew I was pointing at them and laughing at them for thinking like they could stop me from expressing myself when it came to anything I wanted to talk about. So
is that person still a problem for you, or trolling you, or is that all just in the past now?
Oh, it's all in the past, honestly.
Right,
it's all in the
good.
past. Yeah. It wasn't that big a deal. I think they thought they were that big of a deal, but it turns out they weren't. And I was actually really happy with how popular that video was at the time, because it was just the ultimate payback. It was the ultimate payback.
Right.
That's awesome.
And it was really nice because Corn and then Clever Coin, without me prompting them, without me asking them, put out response videos of my kidnapping, right? And so it was supposed to be just one video, but it turned into 3 videos. So the first video was me being kidnapped. The second one was my Mrs. Southside Stacker reading the ransom note. And then the third one, the third video was a mashup between Corn's response, Clever Coin's response, and my wife's reading the ransom letter. It was a mashup of all the videos put together. But all of that happened spontaneously. If it wasn't for Clever and Corn, I wouldn't have told Mrs. Southside Stacker to read the ransom note. Like, none of it would have happened. So it snowballed into something that really pissed this person off. So at the end of the day, I was really happy with that. I was really happy with what happened, how it happened. And that's what happened. So, but with the other skits that you were talking about, the used car salesman and those other ones, that was also just something I decided to do because I had my giveaway, the Southside Stacker. I forgot what it was called, the Sylvies or something like that.
Right, yeah, the Sylvies, right, yeah.
Yeah, the Sylvie Award. So that one, I just wanted to put together a show. So I figured a good way to put it in the show would be to have some advertisements in the middle. So that's why those skits were basically commercials. There was the one about domestic ab use, and then there's there's the one about the used car salesman, and then I think there was another one, bunches of almonds, I think.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
So I put those together for that show, but because of the way the show worked out, I wasn't able to drop the skits inside, so I just released them later. And that's how that happened. So I never really, I guess was inspired to do something after that. But I was just talking to someone else in the community. I don't want to ruin it just yet. And they actually inspired me to make something else that should be, I hope comes across pretty funny. At least I hope. So soon, in the near future, we'll see.
Yeah, we think you have just such a great sense of humor. We really appreciate it.
I think you should highlight that. And did you pull those like used car commercials off your page? Because our daughter was over last week. You wanted to show them to her, and we couldn't find them out there on your channel. Are those not out there anymore?
I'm not sure.
I think I saw it today.
Oh, did you? Okay, because I was scanning through, trying. It's quite a while ago, and trying to go through all the videos, but we just wanted to.
They should be up. I think the easiest way to find them. I have a playlist called Skits. I think it's in that playlist. Yeah, so it shouldn't. I don't believe I took them down. I like to take down a lot, but it wasn't those. I don't think I took those down.
All right, well, let's go ahead and say some hellos. Some more people have joined us. Clever Coins out there. Hi, Clever.
Hey,
appreciate you joining us. Silver Mac has joined us. West Coast Stacker, hello tonight. How are you doing?
Hey, did we say hi to STP?
STP has joined us. South Texas Prepper, our guest from last week.
That's right.
Did a great job.
That was a great interview, by the way.
Yeah, he had some really good information for us, and we hung around after the show and talked to him for quite a while too. He just really engaging, really fun to talk to. Just gave us some great information. So
we encourage people to go ahead and check out his channel if they haven't done that already.
Oh yeah, that's great stuff out there. Just be prepared to be envious of a 10-ounce gold coin.
Oh yeah, yes. That was a good warning.
Hey, Eddie's Little Stack, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it, man. So I should let everybody know that Stacking and Prepping, who we started this live stream with initially a little bit before the end of the year, they're no longer going to be joining us. They've had some other things come up, and they've just got some other priorities in life that they're taking care of. So they're doing fine. They've got some exciting things ahead of them. They just have to prioritize what they're doing. So we wish them well, and I hope that they still come on and engage, in the chat with us and stuff. But as far as the week and joining us as part of the live stream, that they will no longer be doing that. So
things happen in life.
Yeah, we wish them well. They're good people. We're really good friends with them, and we wish them well. So salt and pepper. All right. So thanks for that information, Southside, about your past videos, and we're excited to see your new work that you're doing because you always make us laugh. That's awesome. And then just that you know, your live streams you've been having on Sunday. What is it? Civil
discourse.
Civil discourse, right?
Yeah, that was a wild one. That's a doozy.
Yeah, I usually come on to those at some point. I usually lurk on them, but Sunday afternoons we're usually busy. Getting chores done. Got to work the next day. I don't know. There's just a lot going on, but a lot of times I'm trying to edit and put together a video, so I don't necessarily get on and engage and follow right along. But I'm usually trying to support you and join in and hitting that like button because those are just so unique and different from everything else that we have out there. And sometimes they're controversial is the right word. You bring up some good topics, and everyone's usually pretty civil, as you call it.
Yeah, usually.
And it's good to get some of that discussion going out there. So That's pretty cool that you do that. And then your one last week was what was it, USA versus the UK?
Yeah, that was so civil discourse can sometimes like really be draining, mentally, emotionally, because we're talking about things like abortion and gun control and like all these kind of things. So what I'm hoping to do is every month to kind of bring it down, make it light, and have a game show where the contestants win a silver prize. So last month we did Battle of the Sexes, men versus women, and the winners won the Junk Silver Quarter. And this month we did US versus UK. Same thing, trivia show, and the winners won Junk Silver Quarter. So I think going forward, I think I want to do, once a month, have a game show within Civil Discourse, just so it's not always, something to bog people down and have people have heated arguments about something.
Right.
It's a good element. But the other 3 weeks we're gonna light it up. We're gonna pour gasoline all over the other 3.
Awesome. Gives us something to look forward to.
Exactly.
Get out of the kind ways and let's go talk about some real stuff.
We have been. What are you talking about?
Civil discourse stuff.
Yeah, I also think Sunday 2 p.m. is like the worst time to host a live stream. Everyone has something to do Sunday afternoon. It's either nap or you're coming from church, or you know what I mean, or or you're watching the game. Like, I always knew when I thought of that idea, I was like, man, Sunday's the worst. No one's gonna watch this stream. But a few people stick around and we have a good time. At least consistently, people show up. So it's not really about the numbers as much as it is about interaction and engagement. And we're always interacting in that stream. So it makes up for the fact that it's a horrible time to stream.
So just that everybody knows, are you planning on having one this Sunday since it's Super Bowl Sunday? You still planning on having one?
Oh, I don't even know. That's the thing. I've been thinking about this for like a couple of weeks now. I was like, should I go up against the Super Bowl ratings and show them how to do it? That's what I was thinking. Here's the thing: the reason I don't want to have one this Sunday is because I don't want to embarrass the NFL with my ratings. Okay, exactly. I want them to have all the advertising dollars. I understand a lot of people are working that Sunday. I don't really want to ruin that experience. But if I do, I'm not sure what the topic would be, honestly. Maybe not. We'll see. If I find the right people and to like be on the panel, then yeah, I think I might just go with it. But I'm not sure what the topic is. I find the topic first, then I look through my subscribers and see who might fit that topic based on previous conversations, and then just go from there.
Maybe an NFL topic like, is it okay to slug your wife in an elevator? Go. That would be interesting.
Oh man, that might be a good one.
Just kidding. The NFL takes so much cheap for some of that stuff. But you usually start yours at 2:00?
Yeah, it's usually 2 p.m. I'm almost always late, but it's 2 p.m. Eastern time every Sunday for anyone who wants to check it out.
Yeah, and then, I think the Super Bowl starts a little bit after 6, so you got some time to get on there and have some fun.
Yeah. I don't think anyone cares too much about the pregame. Maybe I'll make it something super interesting. Maybe for the first time ever, I'll talk about silver or something. maybe people will like that. Maybe people want to talk about precious metals before the game starts.
All right, Southside, here's the deal. The biggest thing about the Super Bowl is the commercials.
Oh,
maybe it's time to update that used car salesman commercial.
There you go.
Oh, that's hilarious. You know what? That's a good point. If I'm going to put on a Super Bowl, if I'm going to compete with the Super Bowl, I need to have a good commercial.
That's
right. Have a good commercial.
Monday morning, we'll be looking at the top Super Bowl ads, and I'll be like, "What's the Southside Stacker one?"
And then you can have them vote on which is their favorite commercial if you have several of them in there.
Yeah. You can get all that done by Sunday, can't you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, man.
All right, well, let's take a minute to talk about some giveaways. I'm going to plan to give away some stickers, some Talking Bullion stickers tonight.
Nice.
And I also got a new magnet /sticker, so planning on giving that
Were
away.
you going to show them on the?
Yeah. And then also, I mean, people here, let me turn my camera on so people can see it here. And then, hang on one second.
West Coast Stacker wants me to stream the duck instead of Mr. Batman. Yeah, people love this duck. I don't know why.
Oh.
The Batman duck, right?
Yeah, and then people are trying to steal him too. You got to be real careful with this crowd.
Here, I just clicked on your thing. So there you go. Yeah, well, that's cool.
Oh, where did it go? There it is.
Keeps popping in anytime we talk.
Okay.
Yeah,
that might be a little better. Google is the worst. It's like it's showing left is right and right is left. So every time I move, it's the wrong direction.
Right.
It is confusing.
There we go.
Where did you get that thing from? That's pretty unique.
I'm not sure. If memory serves, the story is actually pretty terrible. But I stole this from a kid. So
Origin stole it from a kid.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I stole it from a kid. So it's not as bad as it sounds. So I was at So I was at Six Flags. Okay, and they have all the Warner Brothers DC, I guess propaganda all over Six Flags. And West Coast Stacker, I was not a kid when I did it. I was fully grown. It was like last year. This was like last summer. I took all my little cousins out to Six Flags. And then I think they played one of those like carnival games where you like shoot the basketball or throw an arrow at balloons or one of those kind of carnival games. And they won this one. They won this Superman duck. The Batman duck. And I was like, man, I really want that duck. So I knew from the moment he had it in his hands, one of my little cousins, I knew I was going to leave with that duck. I wasn't sure how I was going to get it. So we went to another area where the basketball part was. And someone just happened to leave a Superman duck right on the, on the wood panel, I guess, right where you're shooting the ball. So I swiped it. Okay, there's no shame. I swiped it. But they were long gone. If they wanted it, it was they already left.
There you go.
So I swiped it, and then I looked at my little cousin. I was like, "Hey, you want the Superman one? Superman's way better than Batman." Lying through my teeth. And then and he's like, "Yeah, I'll take the Superman." I was like, "I'll trade you." So he gives me his Batman, and that's exactly how I ended up with this Batman duck.
Barbara wants to know, what else do you steal?
You know what? I can't speak about current investigations, but once those been settled out of court, I can tell you my story.
Oh.
Awesome. That's a great story.
That is such a great story.
I think it's a horrible story, but while I was telling the story, I was like, I really shouldn't be telling it.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, well, you did pay the kid off. Partner, really.
All right, I'm gonna flip back over to my camera here, and we're gonna take a look at these TB stickers, and then we'll talk about the other giveaway that we have. So we're gonna have a question here to give away some stickers.
Is one of those a magnet?
Yep, one is, I have both a magnet and a sticker, so this one is a magnet, but I also have it in sticker form because it's never enough. And
that's his new design.
Yep.
I like the one with the fire.
Yeah.
Brand
Yeah, I like the TB button, but I was, just concerned that there wasn't any representation of the YouTube channel. So they had a one-day sale on Sticker Mule, and I threw that TB logo out there and got it done, and it looks pretty cool, but just wanted to freshen it up a little bit.
It was good.
And then after that, we're going to the next giveaway is going to be this 1967 special mint set. So that's kind of cool. It's got a 40% half in it, and the rest are clad, but they're still really nice. And part of my question is going to be why it's a special mint set. So anyway, so we do have a couple giveaways tonight, and
really nice prize. Very nice. Not only do you get some silver, but you get pretty much BU condition mint coins.
Yeah, lights bouncing off a little bit, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I think for any coin collector or people.
So how much do I need to PayPal you to rig this giveaway?
$50 will probably cover it.
$50. All right.
No, just kidding.
I have a little cousin with $50. I'll be right back.
It's going to be the next story next week.
Yeah, next week. How I got $50.
So yeah, one other thing I wanted to mention is your Laura Blade video you put out earlier today. Just another just amazing gift.
Yes.
So
oh my goodness, Laura Blade. She's so the thing is, I'm relatively new to this precious metal community, so I didn't know anything about Laura Blade's history.
Yeah, I don't either. No.
Yeah, and I learned. She surprised me with an amazing Christmas gift, just a bunch of silver and gold. It was amazing. Like, she really floored me, and a Damascus blade. It was amazing. And then I did send her something back, but I'll keep that private. But I did send her something back, and then later on, she just said she wanted to surprise me with something else, and I was like, "Go for it!" But funny enough, she told me she was sending me something, but she had already sent it. By the time she sent the email and I saw the tracking number, she already sent it the day before, so it was coming regardless. But yeah, it was really nice. And then she sent me this Batman. This bat signal coin. I'll show you real quick. Whoops. Yeah, so this right here.
Oh,
she sent me.
Yes.
So it's a bat signal, and on the other side, it's a Barbados coin. I don't think it's going to end up in focus, but yeah, you get the point. But this is the only side that matters. So yeah, she sent me that. It was really, really cool. And she also sent me some bubble wrap, which was really nice.
Yeah, and your little coin tripod got caught up in that bubble wrap, so it's a good thing she said there was something in there.
Yeah, the display.
No, that's just a tremendous gift. What a great person she is, and yeah, I'm fairly new to the game too. I haven't even been on YouTube a year yet, so I don't really know the history there, but I know that everyone that comments to her and talks to her seems to be she has a pretty good past and history with them, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, really nice.
Hey, TP, it looks like there's some discussion going on about math questions.
Does everyone think a math question is for the giveaway?
Yeah, people don't like the math questions, and STP threw a pretty good one at us last week.
Yeah,
I got out my paper, my pen.
How many? I was adding 5, -3,
+2.
Exactly. I was adding every single passenger while he was saying it, and then he goes, "How many stops did the bus make?" I was like, "Oh!"
Oh.
Hey, David Carlisle, thanks for joining us. Just saw you out there. Thanks for coming on tonight. We appreciate it. All right, so Southside, if we can talk a little bit about some of your. I got some questions for you about your stacking and things like that. So, when did you first start stacking?
So I was stacking. So this is back when it was called hoarding. So I was young. It was maybe around year 2000, maybe 99. I don't know the exact year, but I was maybe like 11, 12 or something. Anyway, long story short, I knew a guy, and he was into silver, sports memorabilia, gold, just a lot of other things that people would collect, and he put me onto silver. So that's how long I've been purchasing silver, just since I was a child. But the actual moment that I decided that I would be interested in it, the time before I got my first ounce, I was in my friend's shop, the same person, and not him, sorry, and an older lady walked in the shop, and she walked in the shop and she said, "I need someone to help me bring some stuff inside the store." And they brought in these black bricks, and I didn't know what they were. I didn't know why she was trying to sell them. It was weird. But it turns out these black bricks were silver. and she spray painted them black and used them as door stoppers in her house.
No.
So she just came in and just sold a bunch of them for some reason. I'm not sure if she just got them from, I don't know if she inherited them. Well, she's an older woman, so I don't know how she got them or why she was selling them at the time. But she just wheeled in a bunch of them. A bunch of guys helped her bring it in. And at that time, it piqued my interest on why is this so valuable and why did she paint it black? It was just oh, my brain was firing on all cylinders. Like, what's going on here? And that's when he really started to drive home the silver thing, because he was always an old paranoid nut. So I never really took him serious. But it was at that point where I started to actually pay attention to what he was saying. And he was saying things like, gold and silver is the only real money, and the Constitution says gold and silver is the only real currency, and like all this stuff. And then I just started to get into it, and that's how I got into it.
Hey, Barbara had a question. Is that when you started stealing?
So not at that time. Not at that time. I think it was long before that. By the time I was 11, I was a seasoned criminal. Like, it was
your poor cousins.
I was stealing fruit snacks. I was long before that, Barbara. Long before that. If anything, it just gave me something new to steal. I was getting bored.
Yeah, I kind of started the same way. I started collecting silver rounds off of eBay, I don't know, quite a while ago, probably 15, 20 years ago, and they were pretty cheap at the time, but I just liked them. I just would always at nighttime spend my time cruising through eBay, just looking for something unique, something different that had cool sayings on it, different things. So, and but back then I didn't have like the stacker mentality. I was more like the collector mentality, But it wasn't until recently that we really started getting serious about stacking and just just with our climate and environment, you just have no idea what's going to happen. I just worry that all of our money is on a digital screen somewhere, your 401ks, your bank accounts, and you can wake up one day and go, why does it say 0.00?
Exactly. Like, just hit the delete button on everything.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't know. And, it's unlikely. We get to that's unlikely to happen. But, well, I'll tell you, in today's world, nothing would surprise me, so.
West Coast Stacker wanted to know how many black doorstops do you have?
Oh, I've never painted any of my silver. I got some green doorstops, if you know what I mean. I definitely have some green doorstops.
Hey, Big Bank, Little Bank, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. So, do you stack or collect, or maybe stacks heavy word?
Up until a few years ago.
Go ahead.
Up until a few years ago, I was only a stacker. So before I joined YouTube, I just called it hoarding silver. Mm-hmm. So up until like 2015, 2017, somewhere around that time, I was just a hoarder. I got it for as cheap as possible. I only bought two different things. It was either American Silver Eagles or Sunshine rounds. Mm-hmm. That was it. You weren't going to convince me to buy anything else. Yeah. But doing that really gets boring. So I started to, take a dip into the collector stuff, the higher premium stuff. And then, I bought a few things that look nice. Did a few regrets as far as why did I buy this? So I did start collecting recently, but I think I've done it for a couple of years. I had my fun, and I think I'm going back to just pure hoarding again. So as cheap as possible. Lowest dollar per ounce average overall. But I'm happy with the stuff I collected. But it's a cool game, but nothing I really want to spend too much time in, really. Spend too much money in, really.
Well, you have to enjoy it too. You have to pull one of those things once in a while that are out of the norm. But I'm pretty much a stacker. I look at something. I was looking at an auction with a reverse proof American Eagle the other day, and I know that those go for a little bit of money, but I think the auction got up to like $80, and I think you could, sell it for that. I mean, I think it was worth it, but I'm like, wow, I could buy so many ounces of silver for that $80. Yeah. That's just how I think about it now. I'm just like, and that's I really like it. There's a few things I have bought because I really like them. I try to just get stuff.
That way, though, you liked collecting those special coins and
rounds,
the rounds. So
because you have to enjoy it too. So
that's that's where you started, and then you decided to do a little bit of stacking.
Yep. So, Southside, do you have any gold? Do you stack gold or buy gold, or do you
I do not stack any gold. I will most likely purchase my first gold before the end of this year. So a lot of the stacking that I do or did in the past was I just adopted the habits of my friend, and his habits were pretty much silver as cheap as possible. That's pretty much it. So these days I kind of broke away from that. You know, I'm becoming older. I'm having my own ideas. So I've started to, you know, get the collector stuff. I started to look into things that aren't just eagles and sunshine. So at the end of the year, I am going to start getting some gold. I'm going to start with 1 ounce and see how it goes. But I think the day I buy the gold will be the same day I buy one of those Sigma verifiers or something like that. Because at that point, my paranoia will increase like 1,000. So I'm probably going to purchase one of those. But the only gold I do have, funny enough, came from Laura Blade herself.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's awesome.
So this is a gram gold bar. Laura Blade. This is one of the things she gave me for Christmas, which was very nice. So it's a little pig there. And what's really cool is on the reverse side, you see the fence that the pig is in front of, and the back of the pig's head.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's really cool. I'm really impressed that they're able to fabricate such like very tiny designs. As you can see, it's about the size of my fingernail. Like, well, smaller than that, really. So
right.
Yeah, so that's the first gold I've ever had. But as far as me buying gold for myself, I don't have any.
I really like that video you did about the most counterfeit proof silver. I thought that was awesome. Some of the things that you brought out that, you know, what is safe, and even the little negativity on the one bar.
The which one? The Geiger mint, I believe.
Yes, and how their security stamp or whatever they call it is really not all that secure. I mean,
it's not secure at all. I could go to Amazon and get like a UV reflective ink or nail polish and, you know, swipe it on the back of the car, and then that's their security. So it's not really secure. But I think the most secure coin would probably be the maple, the current maples, just because they have the laser etching. They change their designs. It's very hard to duplicate the maple. Yeah.
And then it's amazing how tiny they get the year in there.
Yeah.
Inside the little tiny maple leaf is this little stamp for marking for the year, which just amazed me.
So for people who don't know, above the Z, if that ever gets in focus, let's see, I got to bring it in a little bit closer. Let's see if that works. No, it's not going to work. So above the Z, there's a very small maple leaf, and within that leaf, there's a number that denotes the year. You can kind of see it. I think it says 17 there.
Yeah.
And that is like, not only is the leaf like laser engraved, also the number. So it's very difficult to duplicate those kind of things. And I like the fact that they take that extra step too.
I guess we ought to take it upon ourselves if we go to a coin shop and buy one of those things to, you know, bring a loop or something, make sure that, you know, if it's there to make sure it's not counterfeit, we need to verify it. You know.
Yep. This a 10-time loop, like something like this.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
This will get you through the day.
Yeah. So, and in regards to, you talked about the American Silver Eagles and Sunshine Mint, but do you buy any other government? You know, you talked about the maples. Do you buy maples or Britannias or kangaroos or anything like that?
Yeah. So I've purchased kangaroos, Krugerrands, maples. I really purchased them all.
Okay, cool.
Because I was going through the phase where I just wanted to see what everything looks like. So I got a little bit of everything. But I think this year, funny enough, I might buy a lot of maples just because they're making them a little bit better this time around. So I'm going to buy a lot more maples than eagles this year, honestly, just because they're just cheaper to get. These days, the eagle premiums are just so high. It's ridiculous.
And the maples are so nice.
Yeah.
The maples are very nice. Yeah,
very nice.
Very nice. And the fact that they're making them spotless now, It makes it a real competitor against the ASC because it's government bullion, which everyone likes, something secure and secured by a government, and it's also very not only not only secured by the government, but it's also secured by its design, which is very important as well. And it's cheaper than the Eagle. So I think on almost every level, it kind of beats out the Eagle for hoarding.
Recognizable too.
Yeah, very recognizable. Just as recognizable as the Eagle. I can't think of a scenario where someone who knows what an Eagle is would not know what a maple is.
That's true.
So Southside, I got a question for you. I got a guy on Craigslist who's got some Eagles right now for $18. Would you buy him? You think that's a good price?
What's the spot right now?
I don't know, about 15, 60, 70, something like that.
So about 225, 240. Probably not. I'd probably just get some maples. I think I can get maples for cheaper from a bullion dealer.
Right.
Then I can get Eagles. So
right.
Yeah.
I tried to talk him down. My antics trying to drive people down, but he's like, nope, 18's my bottom, and it's not a bad price. I mean, cheapest I can find them online is probably $18.40 over $19. So I mean, it's a decent price. It's just not a great price.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we take a moment to do a giveaway?
Cool.
Having so much fun. Our time's passing by us quick. So
yeah, very quick.
Are you gonna do the stickers?
Yeah, let's do the stickers first. So.
So do you have a math question?
Oh boy.
I gotta have a math question. I actually have a pretty easy question, I think. I'm known for easy questions besides the math. But so this is for some stickers and or a magnet or both, whatever you want. I'll send it out to you. I'm honored that you'd want anything. So my question is for the stickers. I recently did a video about 3 types of boxes that I picked up at a coin show. What boxes were those? I need all 3 boxes in the same line. So 3 boxes I picked up at a coin show. What were those? Well, here comes the Batman.
I figured we keep it interesting. I'm not showing my face today. I shaved a little bit and I made a mistake, so I'm not showing my face today. If anyone was wondering why I was hiding my face, it was I cut a little bit too short somewhere, so I'm just I'm gonna hide.
So I don't know. I don't see anybody trying to guess for the stickers. Maybe I've just sent out too many of them, and people are like, "Yeah."
No, I think a few of them are running back to your old videos to try.
I know Karen reached out to me on a comment on one of my videos and asked if I'd update her, so I'll plan to do that.
Looks like Full Metals has an answer.
$2.50 and dimes. Nope, that's not quite it, guys. Keep going. 3 boxes, 3 different types of coins.
Barbara said small, medium, and large.
We could say that. That's not exactly what I was looking for.
ASMR. So what's up, ASMR? He says Guardhouse ASE Monster Box and Maple Leaf Box.
Nope, we're still waiting.
Still looking. Still looking for the answer.
Box, quarter, and dimes.
Oh.
So, Monster Box, ASE, box of quarters, and dimes. Yep, that's it. Off-grid power. I see him first.
Woohoo.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah, a Monster Box, and then a quarter box, and a... Nope.
No. Yeah.
No. Sorry, you're right. This was another video I just did.
It was close though. It was close.
It's close, guys. Nope, we're still. Let me see. Okay, half box, dimes, monster. Okay, Eddie's little stack got it. That's it.
All right.
Half box. I'm assuming he means 50 cents. $half, dimes, and a monster box.
Hey, congrats.
Nice. Who got it?
Eddie's little stack. And this might have been harder this might have been harder than a math question. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I think a math question would have went over a little better.
Hey, Yankee, how you doing tonight? Thanks for joining us. Writing that down, cool. Yankee stacking in the house. All right, so we just did our first giveaway, and we're gonna.
Do we have any little stacks email already, or he needs to send that?
Yeah, Eddie, make sure you go ahead and send me your address, and I'll get those. And let me know if you want a sticker or magnet. And that's the one with the flames on it. Let me know if you want a sticker or magnet.
I think you have me on the primary feed. You're gonna have to show them the.
Oh yeah, let's go back there again. I'll click that on and give it a second to update here.
Hey Eddie, don't tell TB, but you know what I would do? I'd ask for all three of them. just don't tell Mr. TB. He told you that.
Do you know what, Eddie? Mrs. TB doesn't have any of them. She hasn't asked for them.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and yeah, we're looking at this one right here. It comes in both sticker and magnet form. So if you want one of each or just one or the other, I mean, if you're not going to use them, no reason to send them to you. But if you want to give them away to your friends and family.
Need another extra magnet for that refrigerator. Hey.
All right. So
what's up next?
Yeah. So anyway, we're still asking Southside some questions. He's had some pretty good stuff for us. So we do know that our last question was now. So as far as generic, then Southside, you talked about the government minute, but generic, are you okay with stuff besides sunshine? Or are you pretty much
when it comes to generic, I have a few pieces that are not sunshine, but I'm all about sunshine. Not only did I like it before, but after they did their valid mark, I liked it even more. So it just gave me no reason to look anywhere else. But that being said, my favorite generic isn't sunshine. Now it is Asahi. So Asahi bars are really nice. I want to see if I can pull out an example.
Are those vintage bars? Are they out of business, or do they still make those?
Oh no! These are the newer bars. So I think it was called what was the name of it? Johnson Matthey. So the JM bars. But they were bought out by Asahi. And
I didn't know that. Okay.
And they made these bars. So this is the Asahi bar right here.
Nice.
And
be careful, we don't want to see your shaving mistake.
So this is the Asahi bar.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Very nice. And then this is the back of it. This is like the reason why I just really like the logo, the repeating logo on the back. I really like the design. And I think I have an example of a JM bar. I don't usually keep those close because those are the vintage ones. So those are the ones I like to keep tucked away. But I think I kept one close because wherever I have an Asahi, there's a JM close. Yeah. So here's one. I can show you I can compare and contrast kind of. So you can see it's designed essentially the same.
Pretty similar, yeah.
Very similar. Has the JM repeating logo on the back. And these are them next to each other. So
okay.
Right. Yeah. So it looks pretty much similar. But for some reason, I just feel like the Asahi one is designed a little bit better. Maybe because there's just less noise on it. Less words.
More clean.
Yeah. So it has a cleaner design, like you said. So that's why I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan of Sunshine as well. We've got quite a few of those, and I don't have the decoder on them or anything, but they generally carry a little bit bigger premium than just regular generic, but they're just so beautiful, and you can, count on them for, good quality and stuff. I really like the Sunshine rounds myself is what I get.
And the valid mark is one of the best things a generic producer could do for the, precious metal community. It's just a nice feature to be able to have a secure generic, which is unheard of, really. What generic silver, what generic precious metals would have a security feature?
Right, that's really true. Nice. Well, Push Metals has a question as far as Asahi. Was Japan or Chinese?
Yeah, so
Asahi.
Asahi is I think they're based out of Tokyo. So they're a Japanese company. I think
Okay.
Johnson Matthey was I think they're a Canadian company, funny enough. They did have a bunch of refineries in the US though. So Asahi bought out JM's bullion division because I think JM has some other stuff. They have they're into what is it? I think they're into biomedical stuff and some other stuff. But their bullion manufacturing they sold off to Asahi. So yeah.
So what is your how do you handle your budget for your precious metals? Do you have so much, or you just kind of buy when you feel like it? How do you handle your budget for to keep your stack going?
I do it by month. I mean, well, not really by month. It's yearly. So I kind of plan based on how much I think I'll have, the next year. And then I give myself a hard cap as far as the amount I'm going to spend. And then I just go from there. Whatever happens within that amount needs to happen within that amount. I don't usually stretch it because I don't consider precious metals an investment in the sense that I can make money off of it. I just consider it a security, a hedge. So I don't put too much into it. Maybe 6-7% of what I consider my portfolio to be.
Okay.
But the rest, I dump a lot of cash into the stock markets and other places, other areas that actually make me money. Silver. I can't think of a situation where anyone's really making money off silver in the last few years, anyway.
Right.
I think because I've bought it for so long, that to me, I think the whole bug aspect of it and the get rich scheme of it all, it really doesn't affect me like because that's not how I view it.
Right.
So it's a very small percentage, but it's a hard cap. And then within that cap, I'll say X% will go to generic. This percent will go to some collectible stuff. And now I'm going with another percent that'll go to junk silver or what have you. So
do you have any strategies? I put out a video right at the end of the year about my 2019 goals, and my goal, I mean, just so I have something to work towards, is picking up some a tube of ASEs every month and a quarter ounce of gold, which is a pretty aggressive goal. And if you've watched my videos lately, you know that the constitutional silver keeps whacking me in the face. But do you have anything that you set out to try to at least accomplish to make sure you're at least getting something done for the month?
You mean as far as the strategy, right?
Right, for your goals, yeah, your strategies, right?
So my strategy this year is really simple. I plan on getting I plan on pretty much getting like a box of maples just to close out my year as far as as far as government bullion goes. So that's
well, when you say a box of maples, what does a box mean?
A lot of maples.
Okay, I'm just saying that's what it sounded like.
Yeah, I plan on. So what happens is every year I'll get a set amount of ASCs, but this year I'm not getting any silver eagles because I just realized, with the spotless maples, I can get a lot more, for the same amount. Right. So I'm just going to switch my primary, my stack part of my budget to just maples for this year and just see if it works out, see if it doesn't, see if I like it, see if I'll do it next year. But the rest of the strategy is just to get some junk at as cheap as possible, and then get some get maybe a couple ounces of gold. I'm not sure if I'm getting a couple ounces of gold or just one, because I do want that precious metal verifier, which pretty much is about an ounce of gold. Well, not about 2/3 or 3/4 of an ounce of gold. Right. So I might get that as well. But the strategy is just to buy as cheap as possible and as much as possible. So maples will be 90% of that. Junk silver will probably be 5% of that. And then whatever percentage gold falls into, and then I'll get some collectible stuff just because if it's pretty, I'll get it.
So yeah, I don't know if you follow, I think his name's Spectacular. He recently did a couple of videos where he went to a coin shop and interviewed a guy, and they had the machine in there. That was a pretty cool couple interviews he did with that guy, showing how they test the metals and different philosophy from the coin shop perspective. It's pretty good. But you know, he had one of those verifier machines, and you can test the gold, you know, through the plastic if it's graded, and it's pretty cool. And then of course, the International Stacker is always showing his machine as well. So
yeah,
TB, we're getting close to the end of the hour, and I was wondering if you'd like to do that last giveaway.
sure.
Ooh, another giveaway.
Another giveaway. The wifey's making sure we stay on track.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to flip over to my camera for a moment and go ahead and wait for this to pop up, and we will ask a question, and I would not say it's math, it's semi-math. Let me see if I can.
Math is easy for him.
It's
That's
got
why
numbers
he
in it.
likes those math questions.
It's not easy for the rest of us.
Right, including me. Like, what?
So Yankee's been sleeping this whole time, and he finally woke up. I wonder what changed, Yankee.
I'm going to try to put this up like this, see if it gets rid of that glare. Yeah, that's a little better.
That looks a little, I don't know. I think it's the focusing of the camera that's throwing it off a little bit.
That's okay. It's a 40%er. 1967. These are all 1967. So let's go ahead and ask the question if you guys are ready. So this is a 1967 special mint set. So in what years did the U.S. Mint not produce the proof sets? So there's a period of time where the U.S. Mint decided, I won't say that because I might give it away, but there's a 3-year period where they decided not to produce the proof sets. And I need all 3 of those years, please.
Where are you coming up with these questions?
Yeah, I don't know where you're coming up with these questions.
People are half asleep, and they need to be able to think that through. You're waking them up.
Yankee stacking, I need all 3 of the years. You think this guy runs coast to coast with, just picking on him. Let me see. Still don't see it yet.
Nope.
Unless my data's wrong, but I don't think it is. There you go. Full push metal got it. 66, 67, and 68. Yankee, you're close. 1734.
They didn't put out a proof mint that year. That's a fact.
So you guys can go ahead and stop. Full push metal's got it 67, 66, 67, 68. And it had something to do with the changing from silver from 64. They were, I think, struggling a little bit with the proof sets of what to do. So anyway, this is a 1967, one of the special mint sets that they put out. So congratulations, Full Push. Why don't you go ahead and send an email to tb@talkingbullion.com, and I'll get that in the mail to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thanks for everybody for participating in that.
Yeah. A little bit harder, so I'll go ahead and we'll get the Bat Duck back on the screen. And I wanted to ask you, Southside, before we get off the air here, about your constitutional silver, your junk silver. I don't think it's junk, but so many people refer to it junk, and I'm gonna give it a little secret here because a lot of people, Karen, don't like it when I use the word junk in my videos and my titles, but but the fact
so
is
much easier.
Well, to type, right?
But also, when I look at my analytics, a lot of people find my videos because they search for junk silver.
Yeah.
And I want to put, obviously we want people to find our videos, and I put constitutional 90% in there, but I really do it because I find that it's a very heavy search term on YouTube for videos.
Yeah.
And so that's primarily why I do it. But anybody knows me knows that I don't think it's junk. But Southside, I know that you've taken a liking to the constitutional junk, and the recent videos have brought some of that forward. So what's your thinking on that? Why do you like it so much, and why do you focus on it?
You.
Why I set that right up, didn't I?
Yeah, it's 100% all your fault. So what was supposed to happen is every year I get my set amount of Eagles, and then I get some Sunshines, there's some Asahis, and I call it a year. But this year, the only reason why I've switched it is because I've watched enough of your videos. I like what I'm hearing. I like the price, which is the best to me. The fact that you can get this stuff consistently at spot or even under sometimes. Yeah. So it just intrigued me. I can get this much more silver for this amount. That's amazing. The first time I bought junk silver last year, I bought it through the same person I was mentioning earlier, the person who put me onto silver. And because, I've known him forever, I was able to buy just a few, maybe I think the total was maybe $20 to $25 face value of junk silver by weight. So he let me buy it by weight because I went to him and I was like, hey, so I've been watching this dude talk about this junk silver, and and this guy is buying a whole bunch of these coins, but there's so much wear. Like I'm not getting if I buy it from here, I'm not going to get the silver that I'm paying for. So I was like, how about I get it for you for weight plus some dollars on top of that? And he agreed to it, so I got it really cheap. At that point, I was like, thanks, Talking Bullion. Like I said that to myself when he agreed, because I wouldn't have thought about that unless I watched a bunch of your videos, and it really hammered that point in. But this year, I got some from him again, but I did buy some from some bullion dealers who had some deals, some sales or whatever. And I guess to answer your question, I realized it just went off into a whole thing. But to answer the question, my thoughts on junk silver is it's really nice. It's beautiful. I like the fact that that it's cheap. And I think my favorite of the bunch might be the 90% Kennedys, the 1964 ones, because I really want what I'm paying for. The 64s are in really good condition. And like a lot of it, even if they're dirty, it doesn't really mean there's a lot of wear. So you're really getting the full amount of silver that you're paying for, which is really nice. Too bad my guy doesn't have any 90% Kennedys. He had a bunch of 40%, which was where I was getting them from. But the quarters, the dimes, what else is 90%? Just the quarters and dime, right?
And,
and the halves, the Franklin halves, and all that.
Yeah. And then technically Morgans and Peace are junk silver constitutional, but there's so much of a premium on those things that that I don't. In fact, somebody commented on one of my videos today that the peace dollar has more silver in it than like 4 quarters or 2 halves, which is true. It's 0.77 instead of 0.715, but you're not going to get a peace dollar for spot or a little bit above spot. You're going to pay, you'll be lucky if you get one for 15 or 16 bucks, which then puts it about $19 an ounce.
Yeah, people really like. If people stop liking those dollars so much, we could get a better price on them.
That's right. But and that's why I like constitutional. I mean, it's fun to buy. You can get it for a good price. It's recognizable. It's everybody knows it, and it's just you get quite a bit. What was my last video was $31 in faces, 22 ounces of silver. I mean, 22 ounces that you just add to your set,
just like that.
And I don't, sometimes my videos are just, hey, look at this, constitutional below spot, and I want to be careful about that getting old, but
you'd be surprised. That never gets old, man. Like it never gets old. I'm telling you. I've seen it. I'm telling you. So at the end of last year, I just wasn't buying any more silver because my budget was done. Like I said, I always put that hard cap. So I just started putting out videos about random stuff, and that's actually what led to Civil Discourse. It's just I just wanted something to do. So this year. So the point is, at that time, when I started to deviate from just showing my pickups, people just weren't as interested anymore, right? And then I just started putting out random videos of random silver once again, and people came back. It was like, that's all they want to see. They don't care what you're talking about. They just want to see the silver. Just show me the silver. Get to the point. So yeah, it's that's what people want to see. I like seeing it. Like if you drop 10 videos in a row about how you got junk silver below spot, I'm watching at least 9 of them because it just looks nice. I want to see it. I wish I had it. You know what I mean? I'm living through the screen because it doesn't hurt me to watch it.
Yeah, the one I put out today, I gave a couple of website references, and then kind of the calculations for how I think about what to offer. It doesn't happen that often. Most people, that sell it give you the price what they want for it. But this guy I've been getting it off of Let Go, and he's been contacting me and saying, "Hey, I've got a roll of dimes, a couple rolls of quarters, or what are you willing to pay for it?" So then that leaves me calculating, spot versus. So I threw some of that math in there too to show people just what my thought process is. So a little bit of education as well, and then I've got one coming up.
That's very helpful. That's what really got me into it. I think once you started the videos where you showed me, well, not me, but when you showed us, when you showed the world the junk silver calculator and all that stuff, I was just like, oh wow, I can really get into this. Like, this is like, you're really bringing it home about how cheap this stuff is, about how much silver is in these coins, and like all this stuff. So I appreciate those videos. They're done very well too.
Yeah, well, thanks. I appreciate that. You go to Coin Show and they say it's 10.6 times. I mean, most people aren't going to know how to translate that. So just try to help, because sometimes I have to think about it too. And then it's just good to know, to be able to do those calculations, know if you should walk away, or like I posted a video a few weeks ago that I went to a very small coin show, and the guy, told me how much it was. And I knew it was a pretty good deal, bought a couple bucks worth, got up, and then I whipped out my phone and did the calculations, and I sat back down because I'm like, wait a minute, this is a better deal than I realized it was, So, I mean, you're going to get it, that low. You gotta, pitch in a few more bucks and get it. So, and then I got another video coming in a couple of days where all that stuff I bought off that guy, off of Let Go, the 3 different purchases, where I'm, putting it in tubes, putting in the boxes. So that's pretty cool to just take that stuff and put it away and get it stored as well. So.
Right. And it's a win-win situation, because that person is getting more than what a coin dealer would pay, and then you get it at a better deal also. So it's a win-win situation.
That's true, exactly.
And I'm about ready to send another email saying, hey, so what's our next deal? I've got a couple people at work that have told me that you come across a deal, you don't have to call me and ask me. I'm in on it with you. They know I can, if I'm pulling the trigger, it's probably a pretty good deal, Yeah. So. But anyway, I think we covered most of what we wanted to talk about. I like to respect people's time, and
I do the exact opposite on my channel. I have no respect for anyone's time, like none whatsoever. When I go on, we're doing shifts.
Well, that's good, but it's getting late here on the East Coast, and I just want to let people go and not keep them on. And so, Southside, we really appreciate your time tonight. You've been a great guest for us, and
yes, thank you.
We look forward to your future projects coming forth, and I would just like to encourage you to continue to do some of your creative stuff, because a lot of us wish we had that creative side, but you do a really good job with that stuff.
Thanks, I appreciate that. You know what? You've inspired me. I think I might do a couple more things.
Cool.
Maybe I'll bring some of those characters back.
Yeah. I remember, months ago reaching out to you and saying, "Hey, do you want to collaborate on some stuff?" Because I knew you had that creative side, and I was looking to, kind of get in on that. Mr. Boring TV needs
calculator.
you need some help with your computer, whatever. I'm there for you, man. But how to direct that commercial, you might be waiting a long time. So, but yeah, we really appreciate it. And thanks for your kind words on my information on the junk silver, because I put a lot of effort and energy into my videos, and a lot of editing time, and trying to make them worth watching. So I appreciate it's good to know that they've impacted somebody. I appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely did. And I'm pretty sure my experience, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have the same experience after watching your videos. Because even though I've been second for a long time, I don't ever think of myself as an expert. My bubble was really small. Every year I just knew, all right, I need to get some eagles, and I need to get some sunshine. Like that's all I knew. So I never cared about the ratios. I never cared about junk silver. It's just very close-minded. But those videos really did help, and they're very valuable. So keep on with the math. However much math you want to throw at us, just keep on with it.
All right. Well, thanks, Southside. We appreciate it. And thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Yes.
Hope you have a great night tonight, and keep in touch, and we'll see you next Monday. And take care, everybody.
Okay. Till next week. Bye-bye.